synchronized. Got a few coppers here. Looks like we got coppers here. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3 cops. There's my go. Do one here. I wonder what happened. Car wreck, maybe? You guys all right?
Yeah, somebody got hit by a car.
Somebody got hit by a car?
Yeah, down right there.
Oh, God. They do have tape up here. They have put up caution tape. I wonder if the guy's dead. But there's no caution tape right there.
Okay, Lawz, you gotta stay on that side of the tape, okay? You're all good to film, but this is a crime scene. I need you on that side of the tape, okay?
He's actually correct. They put up crime tape, so that means that you have to follow the law. So he's correct. I'm just gonna hustle around the other side here.
Hello.
How you doing? Is anybody dead?
We can't disclose any information about what's going on, sorry, man.
It's serious though, yeah?
Yeah.
So when they put up the tape like this, by law, you have to stay behind the tape. So, you know, you don't want to break the law. What's your name and badge number?
The first name and badge number is Heather 17210.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, I'm great.
You seem like you're a little rattled. Just making
Well,
sure.
some pretty gnarly stuff I saw.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, we're all human, dude. And believe me, my goal was not to catch it. You know, I actually don't want to see it myself. I don't want to see it. And God bless you tonight when you go home.
Thank you.
Are you okay? Can you imagine if you walk up and you see, you know, in this particular case, just, you know, they did it right. So they're giving her a breathalyzer back here as far as putting the tape up for the press. They did what they're supposed to do, and I followed the rules. if he could do that anyway. I can't see, so I'm squinting my eyes. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to run around because they put tape up here. I want to know if he's going into jail or not. That's what I want to know. Oh, there's no tape here. Is he going to jail? I don't, just so you guys know, I don't know if I could stand with one foot out either. I mean, I'm pretty sure the guy died, so I really don't want. I really don't want him to be drunk. I'm really hoping for you that he wasn't. You're not gonna be able to hear anything they're saying over there, but just hope he wasn't drunk. Let's take a second and say a prayer for that guy who got killed tonight. It's the reason why, while I hate cops and I hate the profession and I hate the organization, I don't wish any of these guys death, because death is so final. It's it. We don't get to participate anymore. And you know how many ex-cops I'm in touch with regularly?
I have registration.
He's walking free. They're making him sit on a curb. Go sit on the curb. I don't think I would have sat. I think I would have stood. But under the circumstances, he doesn't know. He's not really flexing his rights, but I still wouldn't sit down. I'm not going to be degraded. Like a dog. I'm not a dog. Part of the reason you guys see me and I'm brutal sometimes to these cops is when they want to tell me where I can stand, and there's a right process, and you guys see that they did the right process tonight. They put the tape up. Nobody told me what to do, and no reason for me to be rude to anybody. If you don't tell me what to do with my liberty, if you just let me do what I'm doing, I got no reason to take someone apart if they're not being a tyrant. But what you guys typically see, I guess this isn't exciting and fun to watch this right now. There's no action. I'm still following this guy to see if they're gonna arrest him. I think he's sober. Even if he didn't do perfect on that test, I still think he's fine. I don't think he's drunk. I think someone ran out on the road and I think they got hit. If I'm just piecing it together. And now he's over there telling them the story of what happened. You know, I don't know, in that given situation, unless you have a dash camera, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And if somebody died, every single word he's saying will be used against him. I just want to see if he's going to get a Dewey. Because if he gets a Dewey, he's going to go down for manslaughter or murder. I think it's murder. So come and look up the NRS on that in Nevada. I don't think this kid was impaired. I don't think he was. They don't. I mean, I don't know. You never know until you walk a mile in someone else's shoes what they're doing or what they've been through. See, you see that position right there where he's sitting down, looking up, talking to the coppers? Like, that's just not a position that I don't want people with guns and sticks and tasers standing over the top of me, talking to me, down to me, literally down to me. And we saw it earlier when I did the live with the cop who shot the guy's dog, went in his garage and shot the dog. If they're so scared that I need to sit down to talk to them, then they shouldn't do this job. We should have better people who aren't afraid or aren't taught to be afraid. Yeah, I don't think this guy's going to jail for manslaughter. I think he's going to have to get a blood test. That's what I think they're going to do. It's all shut down. I mean, I think it was I think it was a couple who were. I know it's a couple.
Who's down there, Elmer?
He's got to measure off how far the skid marks are.
I think it's Elmer.
It's a real downer, to be honest. Well, there it is, folks. I told you. If the coppers don't give me directives, it's really pretty boring. I mean, this wasn't boring because somebody has passed, and their journey on Earth is now over. And so it's a pretty significant thing. It's sad. Let's go ask to see if the copper give us any information. He won't. We'll try. Looks like it was just an accident, huh? Just a bad accident?
Collision, yep.
That sucks, man. That totally sucks.
Yeah, it's not good. Never is.
Is someone gonna go home tonight though? Is the guy gone? Is he passed?
I haven't had any updates. I don't even. You know, I'm not allowed to tell you anything.
I know. I'm still gonna ask.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask. I'm just doing my job.
We're waiting on updates and stuff, so we're just trying to get it as much info as we can until we do.
You know, it's funny. I tell my audience that really what I do would be really boring if cops don't tell me what to do. And this has been pretty boring.
Sorry, just 1 second.
This has been pretty
that's
boring.
What I couldn't tell because I mean,
they're just doing their jobs. Somebody has to do this job. I don't know if it should be code enforcers. I don't know if code enforcers should be doing this job right here. I mean, I think code enforcers
I think this would be right.
I would say you could kind of start it there, and then I would just wait until they actually like verify
Need to
that
be
they're coming
changed.
out and kind of see what it is. But I'd say that's
Really boring.
where I would kind of guess it would start, where his movement started. Sorry about that.
No, I mean it's pretty boring. It doesn't give me any views, likes, and comments and shares. That's not why I'm here. You know, I'm here doing my job, whether it's boring or not. You know what I mean? Like, what's your name?
Sergeant Schneider.
Schneider?
Yep.
My friends call me Chille.
Chille?
Yeah, my channel's Delete Lawz. You'll be on the channel.
Okay.
This is what I do for a living. I film cops.
Oh, no, I've heard of you.
So, oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the people will watch this, and for all the people who support cops,
Sorry, hold on one second.
Go, you
What's
gotta do your
that?
job. I got it. And for all the people who support cops, we'll say, see, that, you know, we need cops.
So it starts to, I'd say go up to that next track.
Now that, I mean, we don't need this form. We need protection, and we need security, and we need the government apparatus to clean up this car accident and take this man to the hospital or to the morgue. And so for that, you have to have taxes. There are some taxes that, you know, are necessary to have a structure, and that's where a lot of people and I disagree. You know, we founded this country on creating a taxation system so that the 16th Amendment is theft, but we founded this country and we had to use taxes. You know, I mean, Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase was bought with tax money, and then James Polk, the Northwest Territory, was purchased, and that came from tax money, as well as the Southwest. James Polk, the most prolific president in U.S. history as far as imperialism. So, but it's, you know, look, for the people who support the cops, like, there's going to have to be rights protectors and peace officers, but we don't need cops in this form where they walk around like G.I. Joe with all the artillery and all the guns and all the, it's just aggressive. We see the camera system right here? This camera system, that guy said, I know who you are, I've heard of you. Okay, the camera system has changed the way the cops will now behave with me. Now that they know I will use my rights, petition the government, and sue them, now they all know who I am. And what did they do? They put crime tape up. And what did I do? I stayed behind the crime tape. I mean, I kind of test my boundaries to see what they'd say, and then once he gave me a lawful order to stay behind the tape, I then followed that lawful order. He gave me a lawful order. There's a tape there. The law is that I have to go behind the tape. He told me to go behind the tape. That's rule of law. I have to follow it. That's the rule of law. If we all don't follow the rule of law, society collapses on top of itself. Bellium omnia contra omnes, a war of all against all. Thomas Hobbes. There has to be laws and there has to be taxes. I know these things suck, I get it. Income tax is theft. 16th Amendment is theft. But there absolutely have to be laws that men like me will follow. Think about it. Think about it for a moment. I got the smallest ego ever, right? Right. And imagine if there was no rule of law for me to follow. A man who's physically powerful and possessed beyond all measure to make a difference in the world, and there's no rule of law. You would have the most ridiculous. It would be exactly as Hobbes said. Bellium omnium contra omnes. You kill my cousin, I kill your cousin, and then it just evolves. Whereas if people have a structure, a rule of law that we all must adhere to, then when the coppers, who I don't respect their job, I don't respect their policies and procedures in the way they administer, this is not the rule of law. I don't want to get sidetracked, but I just want to point out, because there is a rule of law, and even though I have a grandiose personality, they put crime tape up. That's a law. That's a law. That's so possessed men who want justice don't overstep the rule of law. I want to go and make sure that the interview with those guys is fair, that the searching of the car is fair. I want to go and put my camera in everything. The rule of law says there's crime tape right here. I get it, I'm a complicated person, but I just want people to understand. I am 100% for rule of law. I'm not for this brand of enforcement. And I don't like the word enforcement, it's rights protectors. I keep saying this and nobody has heard it. It's rights protectors. That's what their functionality is. But because they were made for slave catchers, they're enforcers. People don't like to hear that, but that's the truth. The brand of violence that we see in policing today comes directly from allowing slave catchers to absolutely destroy blacks in the streets. And because they wore a star on their chest and that black was a runaway slave, they could beat that person beyond all recognition, kill them even. The owner said sometimes dead or alive, bring back his dead body. And then the code enforcers, the law enforcers of the slave catchers would then beat the guy to death in the streets in front of people, and they were wearing their shiny star that they wear today. Las Vegas Metro Police Department has the exact same star as the 1704 South Carolina slave catchers. So then that brand of violence continued to spill out into the streets all through racism, all through slavery, all through the Plessy era, all the way up till 1960s, when they were still allowing cops to attack people with dogs, just crazily, like we're still allowing today. This all comes directly from allowing police to do anything they want to blacks in the streets. That's an absolute fact. We got used to seeing it. White America said that's just how cops behave. And now these guys believe that's just how they behave. It's period. That is the history. That is how we are where we are. The brand of violence we see in America comes directly from allowing cops to destroy blacks in the streets under the guise of a runaway slave first, and then crossing the black code secondly, after Plessy versus Ferguson created racial segregation. You went to the wrong restaurant. The cops would come in and they could beat the ever-living snot out of you. You went to the wrong restaurant. What year is that? 1896, all the way till when? 1954. You could watch police beat the dog piss out of black people for going in the wrong restaurant. Can you imagine how many times that happened? Couldn't even imagine it. It's the same brand we have today. That's the reason why we have allowed this, why the human psyche in America has allowed this cop problem to continue to happen. If you just have the conviction to never quit, to never give up, to never say die, you can accomplish anything. It's amazing. They're talking to that couple, so let me walk down here. I think that he's going to let them go. I don't know. The guy's totally. We've seen drunk people. We've seen drunk people on my videos before. He's doing a lot of cop-splaining, but I'm not sure what they're saying. The couple's totally sober. Just like I thought. Maybe the guy didn't have good balance, but no, I mean, if he's drunk or on drugs, he's doing a real good job of hiding it because, yeah, they're not doing anything. Yeah, he's not. Someone got hit by a car. But they're not going to hurt these people, and they're going to let him go. Yeah, or they would let him walk free if they thought he was impaired at all. They wouldn't let him walk free.
Yeah, we just didn't want any traffic going through here because, I mean, it's westbound is blocked off. And,
Okay, well, I don't want to record. You don't need to record me.
Westbound is, yeah, no, I think it's westbound is blocked off and people thought it was okay to cut through here.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, as soon as they get here, just start wiping down. I'll be here for a little bit.
Okay, it's a GMC onboard. I get off on 11.
Yeah, just let them know they can stop right here.
Okay. Thank you.
I just came down to say hi to you, man. See how your night was.
I was just like,
See how your night was going.
What's up,
Hope
man?
you're doing
How are
okay, dude.
How you doing today?
Hope you're doing all right, dude.
Doing good.
I saw you down here, and I was like, hey, I'll go down and say
I
hello.
remember you from last time, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. What's your last name again?
No, Lawz.
Lule, that's right. You got the, yeah, I remember talking to you one day, Lule. It's good to see you, man. I'm glad you're pretty low key again.
Anything good today? No?
I think someone got hurt real bad. So, and you know, really pretty boring, to be honest, because no one says anything to me.
Yeah,
I don't say anything back.
It's not viewer worthy.
Oh, but you know, it's what I do. I film cops, so it doesn't matter. Like, but I mean, the only heated moments is if someone tells me what to do, and then I'm like, I'm literally, I think you guys know now, I'm just doing my job. And there was no real firestorm here, so there was no footage for me.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, they're gonna get off camera as soon as they possibly can. Every time. But I really leave Lule alone. I don't want him to get teased at the office that he talked to me. We're all human, man. Those guys one day won't be a copper, and they're gonna go, you know what? Chille, you were right. That sucked. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators. Oh, listen, make sure you go by my website, DeleteLawz.com, get yourself an indestructible trifold or one you print at home. Make sure you always have that trifold on you. Go by my website right now, DeleteLawz.com. Get yourself an indestructible trifold right now. Later.